What's up, YouTube? Nikko Speaks Ep.2. Man, I hope y'all like this format better. I'm trying different things, man. That last video was a little, this is my first video ever. So the color correction was a little low. So I'm trying a different setting on this camera and see if hopefully my editor, Steph, I hope this is right. Um, this is really crazy, bro. This is really crazy because the topic of this video is manifestation, and I just want to share a few thoughts about manifestation, man. And I just want to, pretty much just, you know, I guess thank the universe and thank God, man, because a couple years ago, everything that I'm doing right now, I was thinking about, I was thinking about, meeting the right people. I was thinking about, you know, um, making music. I'll get more into this stuff, like as I get further and further into this podcast series. I guess a podcast series or YouTube video series. Yeah, man, manifestation is something that's really important, and I think I won't say it's underrated, but I will say that it's something that it goes overlooked. Like manifestation is so important. Just 5 years ago, I was like in a really dark place. I was in an extremely dark place, in terms of where I wanted to go with my life. I wanted to like make music ever since I was 10 years old, and through that, since then, I've just stuck to my guns, man. By the grace of God, I've had a great mother. I've had a great support system. I've had great friends, but man, it's like it's crazy how powerful your thoughts are. Because even when I was like 10 years old, I saw myself like being in front of a stadium of people, and I didn't know how it was gonna happen. It still hasn't happened yet, but I still think about that. I still manifest it. But I will say, 5 years ago, I moved away. It might have been more. I moved away in 2017. I might be bad at math right now because I'm all on camera, so I'm thinking on the fly. But I moved away from Virginia in 2017, and I moved to LA to pursue um, the dream of being a rapper. I was already living the dream of being a rapper because that was just something that I did every day for years and years and years. And I when I was when I graduated high school, I went to school for audio engineering. That was my trade. I didn't go to college, so I got a trade in audio engineering, and I went to shout out school of Omega Science. What was it? Omega School of Applied Recording Arts and Sciences. I hope I didn't mess that up, but shout out to y'all, and shout out to all my friends back then. Marvin, I don't know if you ever see this, but he's a homie of mine. That was like he was a classmate of mine, and it was cool. We learned about sine waves and a whole bunch of unrelated stuff to making music, but essential to knowing the science of recording, if that makes any sense. So that was dope. After that, I had a home studio for 5 years, and I was recording my local friends, school friends, classmates, all that stuff. That stuff was cool. But I hit a ceiling there, and I felt like in my hometown, I was not gonna be able to make it out. I wasn't gonna be able to like, if I stayed in Virginia, I genuinely felt I wasn't gonna grow as a person, and I would have probably grown stale, and you know, probably would have got a job somewhere that had nothing to do with music or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with getting a job. That's we all have to work and survive. But when I left Virginia for LA, there was just like, just it was like this massive manifestation mindset that I had. I said, I want to get out of Virginia. I want to go to LA. I want to try to, I had a safety net. So I wanted to be a recording engineer first, and I wanted to be able to do that as my day job, and then that was going to be the safety net for me to make music. It worked out kinda, but I really learned that I wasn't built for being an engineer in a big studio. I was growing resentful of working with other artists and stuff like that. Because it was kind of like it was like my shadow career. I don't know if you guys have ever read the book called The War of Art. or Turning Pro by Stephen Pressfield. He talks about shadow careers a lot in that book. I forget which book it is, but a shadow career is something that you do because you're scared of your true passion and your true real career. So engineering was probably like my shadow career. Like after I had regular jobs, regular jobs were definitely like retail jobs were definitely my shadow career. So I learned by being in that environment. I didn't like. I really didn't like um, working on other artists' music as much as I thought I would, because it was a lot of work, and artists are very, very picky people, very creative, very finicky with how they want to do their thing. And I'm an artist, so I don't knock them at all, but it just wasn't for me. Um, but after I realized LA wasn't for me, I came. Long story short, I made a pit stop back in Virginia. Then I came down here to Atlanta, and I just remember being during COVID. I was like, God, please send me the right people. I just wanted a team. I wanted a team of people that would help me. You know, um, Achieve my dreams. I grew up in the DMV, so I saw Logic blow up. Shout out Logic. Um, he was a massive, massive influence growing up, man. I saw how he was able to cultivate a team, and other rappers too, where they were able to cultivate a team, and they were able to, have a producer and have a videographer and engineer. And I was like, man, bro, how do I get that? How do I get that? I always had people that were always using me for the things that I had instead of liking me for me. That's at least how I felt. No knock on the people that I used to work with. That was just my feelings or whatever. But anyway, during COVID, I was just really, really manifesting. God, please send me a career, send me like a team of people that I can have a career with, I can grow with, and it was kind of a shot in the dark. But by the grace of God, fast forward, and I'll get into more of those details later. I just wanted, I'm still kind of in the introductory process of this whole Nikko Speaks YouTube series, podcast, things like that. But long story short, man, I was able to manifest, you know, um, my home studio again, and this time I do have those people that I was talking about, and I do have a great support system, and it's still happening. If you see right here on my wall, this is my second album, Carpe Diem, that got taken down off of Spotify. And I laced the whole studio with this album because it's manifestation of like all the work that I've done in the past. And sometimes it can feel like when you're manifesting something, it can feel like you're just praying to a dark void. You know, you don't know if anything is hearing you. And but life has a funny way of bringing the things to you, um, that you pray about and you ruminate about over and over again for years, months, weeks, days. So I just wanted to say, man, the topic of this video is manifestation, and if I can say anything to people out there, write down your goals, man. Write them down. Have a whiteboard. Have an attack plan on how you want to. I'm talking about not vague goals, like in-depth goals. Like if you want to see yourself be an author, tell yourself every day after work, I'm going to write a book after dinner before I go to bed for 30 minutes. Stuff like that. That detail, like, um, the book Atomic Habits covers that a lot. That's a great book. But anyway, I just wanted to get up on here, man, and talk about the power of manifestation is very, very real. And anything that you put, it could work negative or positive, but anything you think about all day long will become your reality, man. And I used to always want like a podcast. I'm really, really inspired by Joe Rogan. And I used to listen to his podcast when I was living in LA a lot. I was like, man, this is a cool ass job this dude has. Like, I love how Joe Rogan was able to manifest his entire life. He's got a fucking awesome life, man. Sorry for cursing, but UFC commentator, comedian, and the biggest podcast in the world. It's like, with all these people that are doing things that seem out of reach, they just manifested it. They manifested it. And it's like, I know it's hard to be like, oh, I'm working at Copy Max, but I want to be, a race car driver. There's certain paradigms of reality there that might, that might block you from making it happen. But if you manifest it from an appropriate age into like a not so old age, you can make that shit happen, man. You really can. So I just wanted to just get up on here and give some more inspiration and say and tell the people, whoever's watching, it could be one person, manifestation is very real, and whatever you tell the universe, whatever you repeat, and whatever you act on, it will happen. No matter what, it has to happen. It's like it's a law of nature for it to happen. So I just wanted to say that piece, and before I run out of things to say, I wanted to say I love you guys. I'm manifesting a fan base right now and an audience because I just I want a community. I want to start a community of dreamers, and I want to inspire so many people. I'm also going to be uploading some music, BTS scenes of me just mixing music soon. I don't know if you guys will be into that, but let me know in the comments below. That's cool because I always wanted to say that. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you feel what I'm doing, man. And if you like the music, if you enjoy my message, please don't hesitate to show your support or feedback or anything. It's greatly appreciated. Check me out at Nikko Knight, Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff, Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, I love you guys, man. That's Nikko Speaks, episode 2. I'll see y'all later.